before I be fake and be in the middle, I'd rather squash it like, bro, just squash it with him so I don't gotta say f him too. Type shit. I got to say something. There's no way I can be cool with both of y'all like and just play the middle. I'm not.
It appears the tension between NBA YoungBoy and 21 Savage has escalated more than ever, to the point where people around them are reportedly ready to move against each other. This conflict between NBA YoungBoy and 21 Savage has the entire rap scene on edge. This isn't just standard industry conflict. This situation involves a friendship so strong that YoungBoy tattooed 4L on his neck for 21 Savage, only to see it fall apart once loyalty was tested. Now, the situation has reportedly turned serious. Let me explain how it all unfolded. Back in 2017 and 2018, when both NBA YoungBoy and 21 Savage were hungry artists working their way up, something genuine developed in hip-hop. These weren't industry-made relationships or surface-level connections. This was a real street bond between two individuals who shared similar struggles. YoungBoy was already gaining attention out of Baton Rouge, releasing mixtapes non-stop. At the same time, 21 Savage was establishing himself in Atlanta with a calm, strategic style that the streets respected. What connected them wasn't only music, it was shared pain and lived experience. According to street sources and multiple reports, they were introduced through mutual connections in Atlanta. But this wasn't casual networking. They spent real time together, building a legitimate brotherhood in and out of the studio. The respect between them formed quickly and ran deep. YoungBoy saw 21 as someone who made it from the streets to mainstream success without losing who he was. 21 saw YoungBoy as someone who understood the pressure of representing the streets while navigating the music business. Things took a surprising turn when NBA YoungBoy made a decision that would later follow him. He tattooed 4L on his neck. For those unfamiliar, 4L stands for life and is closely tied to 21 Savage's brand and movement. This was a major statement. In hip-hop culture, putting another person's symbol permanently on your body represents the highest level of loyalty. This isn't like wearing merchandise or mentioning someone in a song. This is permanent. It signals lifelong commitment. By getting the 4L tattoo, YoungBoy was showing the entire hip-hop world that 21 Savage wasn't just a collaborator, he was family. In street culture, that type of loyalty is considered sacred. It's the foundation of trust. Their friendship went even deeper. Both artists felt comfortable in each other's environments. These were two rappers from different cities, Baton Rouge and Atlanta, willing to visit each other without heavy security or fear. YoungBoy spoke openly about this bond, saying that when he pulled up on 21, he was carrying a weapon, but 21 told him to put it away because he didn't need it there. YoungBoy explained that 21 was one of the few people who ever made him feel that safe. That statement reveals a lot. In street culture, telling someone they don't need protection means you're taking responsibility for their safety. It's a serious level of trust. While this bond was forming, another relationship was growing that would eventually create tension. 21 Savage was also becoming close with Lil Durk, the leader of Only the Family from Chicago. Their connection made sense. Both were street-respected artists who successfully transitioned into mainstream success. Durk, being more experienced, became a mentor figure for 21, helping him understand the business side of music while staying authentic. However, this is where things became complicated. As 21's relationship with Durk strengthened, he naturally grew closer to the entire OTF circle, including King Von, Durk's protege and one of Chicago's rising stars. For a while, 21 managed to maintain relationships with both NBA YoungBoy and OTF. But in street-oriented hip-hop, holding multiple loyalties can be risky. The culture values authenticity, and when conflict arises, neutrality is often viewed as betrayal. Everything changed on November 6, 2020, the night King Von was killed outside the Monaco Hookah Lounge in Atlanta. This wasn't only a tragic loss, it forced 21 Savage into an unavoidable decision. While details remain disputed, certain facts are clear. King Von and his crew encountered Quando Rondo and his people outside the venue. What began as a confrontation quickly turned violent, and King Von was fatally injured. This directly affected YoungBoy's relationship with 21 because Quando Rondo was one of YoungBoy's closest friends and collaborators. After Von's death, many within the OTF camp blamed Quando Rondo and, by association, NBA YoungBoy. That's when the tension between YoungBoy and Lil Durk intensified. In street logic, if you're close to someone involved, you're considered involved. Loyalty is everything, and staying neutral often isn't an option. This left 21 Savage in a difficult position. On one side was NBA YoungBoy, a close friend whose loyalty was symbolized by that 4L tattoo. On the other side was Lil Durk and OTF, who were grieving and expected support. 21 Savage later explained his mindset on loyalty, stating that if he's closer to one person in a conflict, he's naturally going to lean that way rather than pretending to stay neutral. He made it clear that playing the middle would be fake, and that's not how he operates. Several reasons influenced 21's decision. His bond with Lil Durk had grown personally and professionally. Durk was more than a friend, he was a mentor and business partner. Also, staying cool with YoungBoy would have been seen as disrespectful to King Von's memory and the grieving OTF family. Choosing that side meant 21 Savage had to completely cut ties with NBA YoungBoy. This wasn't gradual, it was immediate. The 4L tattoo, once a symbol of loyalty, became a painful reminder of broken trust. For YoungBoy, this felt like betrayal. He had permanently marked his body to show loyalty, only to see that loyalty returned with separation. The fallout was deep and unexpected. 21 later said that many people wouldn't associate with YoungBoy simply because of their loyalty to Lil Durk. This statement explained his stance and reinforced why he made the choice he did. One of the most notable public moments came during a clubhouse session. According to reports, YoungBoy entered a room where 21 was present and began confronting him. While details vary, it was described as YoungBoy addressing the broken relationship directly. This interaction mattered because it was the first direct contact between them since the fallout, happening live in front of listeners. The moment quickly spread online, and it became clear reconciliation was no longer likely. Later, 21 Savage revealed that he actually attempted to mediate peace. He said he spoke to YoungBoy and also communicated with Durk's circle, explaining that he tried to end the conflict. Since Durk was incarcerated at the time, 21 spoke with his people instead. He also directly urged YoungBoy to squash the beef to prevent more harm. However, YoungBoy rejected the idea. Instead, during a tour stop, he brought Lil Tim on stage to perform a diss track connected to King Von. This was widely viewed as extreme disrespect, given Lil Tim's alleged involvement in the incident. 21 Savage responded by emphasizing that while issues might exist elsewhere, the conflict between YoungBoy and Durk needed to stop. He warned that with their influence, the situation could lead to serious consequences, including violence, incarceration, and loss of life.
Like YB and Durk, but Durk locked up, so goddamn, he can't really talk. But I done had conversations with YB and I done had conversations with Durk people, type shit. But it ain't work. But goddamn, I done tried. You feel what I'm saying?
His warning turned out to be accurate. Looking at where things stand now, Durk is currently facing federal charges, reportedly connected to an alleged retaliation plot. Wando Rondo is also dealing with federal cases, while Lil Tim remains free. The violence that 21 Savage tried to step away from has already taken several lives and ended multiple careers. 21 Savage has been very clear about why he made the decision he did, and it all centers on how he views loyalty. One industry source put it simply, saying that loyalty is 21 Savage's biggest weakness and his strongest trait at the same time. When he's loyal to someone, he's fully committed. He'll stand by you so hard that he'll refuse major money opportunities just to stay solid. That level of commitment defines who he is. But that same loyalty cuts both ways. It's what gives 21 his integrity, and it's also what puts him in difficult situations. After King Von passed, 21 felt forced to choose between his relationship with YB and his loyalty to others close to him. He made his choice openly, explaining that he felt more connected to one side. 21 has also broken down his street mindset in simple terms. If you truly rock with someone beyond music, not just collaborating on tracks, but spending real time together like brothers, then loyalty becomes non-negotiable. In situations like that, he believes you have to pick a side. What makes this situation especially serious is that it's no longer about personal disagreements or bruised egos. Actual blood has been spilled, lives have been lost, federal investigations are already in motion. The ongoing conflict between YB and Durk has led to multiple deaths, and 21 Savage's involvement adds another complicated layer to an already dangerous scenario. The streets are paying attention, and everyone understands that conflicts like this don't simply disappear. When artists with massive influence and loyal fan bases move a certain way, every action carries weight. Small issues can quickly escalate into something much worse. At its core, the story involving NBA YoungBoy and 21 Savage is a tragic example of loyalty, broken trust, and the impossible decisions street culture often forces people to make. What started as a genuine brotherhood, so deep that YB permanently tattooed the 21 symbol on his body, has turned into a situation that continues to threaten more lives. That 4L tattoo on YB's neck will never fade. It stands as a permanent reminder of trust that fell apart and friendships that couldn't survive the pressure. It shows how loyalty, once seen as a strength, can become a weapon, and how values celebrated in hip-hop culture can sometimes lead to destruction. As this situation continues to develop, one thing is undeniable. This conflict between former allies has moved far beyond personal issues. It's now part of a broader war that has already taken too many lives and shows no clear end in sight. The real question isn't whether this beef can turn deadly, it already has. The real concern is how many more lives will be lost before someone finds a way to stop this cycle of violence and betrayal. That's the real reality. A bond that once looked unbreakable, destroyed by the same loyalty that built it. And now, everyone is watching to see just how far this situation goes. Stay safe out there. This isn't entertainment. The consequences are real, and they last forever.